What's up, YouTube? It's another fishing day with Dan here, STL Fishing with Dan. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, listen, we're out at Fox Hill Park again today. We've got a bait challenge coming at you. And I decided to come back here because I had such good luck with the crappie last time I was here. And I can't stop coming out here when the crappie are so huge. So we're going to fish the backside of the front lake. And if we don't catch anything, then we'll move over to the second lake and see what we got over there. So anyways, today's challenge is going to be Z-Man LarvaZ in the bloodworm color up against the Pautzke Fire Neds. And okay, so got to give you a little background on these. Just drop the stuff. Yeah, of course. Give you a little background. So the last bait challenge I did was the Berkeley Power Bait Grub and some gulp minnow, right? So the Power Bait Grub ended up winning that one. Ended up winning that day. Well, I went out and did another video, and we were at Wilmore Park, and unfortunately the SD card in my phone here decided that it didn't want to play anymore. So I lost all the footage for that and could not create that video. But I will tell you, in that battle, the LarvaZ ended up winning. Okay, so we went ahead and went with that, and I'm moving on because the Power Grub is unattainable, we'll say, because you can't find it anywhere without buying like a super little panfish kit for like $15 some at Walmart. And I couldn't find it at Bass Pro. I couldn't find it at Cabela's, Dick's, Academy, any of those. So I just gave up on the Power Grub. I honestly didn't want to buy any more anyway because the tails keep getting pulled off, so I gave up on it. Anyway, so that being said, we're moving on. We've got this one going on today. We'll get this Pautzke bait and the LarvaZ, the 10 to 15 casts at a time. We'll go 3 or 4 rounds. We'll see what we catch. If we don't catch anything, we don't catch anything. But hey, we're going to give it a go, see what happens. So let's go fishing. All right, guys, we are out here at Fox Hill Park. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon on Monday. What is today? June 22nd, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. 22nd, 2026. And I've got this LarvaZ set up on a 1/32 ounce jig head. And this is a jig head that has no bait keeper. So I'm just going with what was already on my pole from a previous trip. And we're going to throw it out under a float because I've had the best luck out here under that. I've got it about, I'd say 3.5 feet down. And we're literally just going to cast it out and throw it out here and let the bait sink down underneath the bobber. Give it some little pop action and see what happens. Now, I will tell you, this particular spot, I have caught a good amount of crappie. And I am excited to be back out here again. I try to get out here now about once every other week or so, at least, to try one of these bait challenges. And I have tried these at other spots in between, but I keep coming back here because the fish are plentiful and large. So it's a good baseline confidence spot for me that I feel like I know I'm going to catch fish if the bait is seen and if the fish are still in these spots. You know, these crappie do move around quite a bit, and with that being said, they can move to the other side. They could move under, they could move down. I don't know. It just depends on where these crappie are. So I will tell you also, there is huge bluegill in this lake, and I have caught plenty of those as well. I do feel like this would be an effective bait here. The brown color stands out well against the stain of the it's really dark black stained water. And I feel like the color of this bloodworm color will stand out pretty well against the black background. So hopefully the fish will find it and think that as well. Otherwise, we could be wasting time here, but you never know. I am going to throw the Pautzke as well. That Fire Ned I found at a Walmart, and not all Walmarts carry them, but I did find it at a Walmart, and I bought it probably a good 6-8 months ago. But Have been keeping it in my stash for just one of these days. I did try it at another location not too long ago for a brief moment, and I did catch one little bass on it. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm not using it as a Ned rig. I'm using it as a jig bait, which to me, the fire Neds look just like trout magnets, except for a little bit larger and squishier. So with that being the case, I'm using it as a jig and see what happens. And you know, honestly, the using it as a Ned rig to bounce off the bottom doesn't really work for me in most of these cases, simply because the bottom of these ponds are so riddled with snags that I would end up losing all of them very, very quickly. So trying not to do that, trying to catch fish and not lose all my baits. But that being said, you know, if you're not snagging, not losing something, you're probably not fishing properly. So yeah. And at this point, so this is like the third or fourth cast with this LarvaZ. We're going to see what happens here. I'm excited to be out fishing today. It's a beautiful day, even though it is overcast. The temperature is barely 70 degrees right now. I think it was 68 when I left the house. So that being said, it is absolutely lovely out here, even though it could start raining at any moment. So if I take off running to the car, you know, we'll end the video early. But hopefully that's not the case. The weather app I used did not show any issues coming at us, so hopefully that remains the same. But these clouds are pretty ominous. Some of them are pretty dark and look like it could just bust out with rain anytime now. So that being said, be prepared, right? I don't want to be out here fishing with a 6-foot lightning rod in my hands and all of a sudden it starts raining and storming, and yeah, that just does not sound like fun to me. Okay, I may end up shifting myself over to the right a little bit here beyond this little tree that I'm fighting with. I don't want to get snagged up in the tree, and I don't necessarily want to fight the tree to the left of me. But I want to cast to the left, and I want to be out in that direction. So I'm going to shift the camera over a little bit and finish up this part of this challenge as we do that. So let me just move this over here. And there we go. All right, so you can see that tree on the left there. I'm trying to avoid that, but yet I want to be able to fish in that area. So we'll come down over here. Hopefully you'll be able to see me all right. All right, so this ground, just so y'all know, it's wet because of the rains we had the last day or so. And it is steep a little bit. So trying to keep myself balanced is going to be important today, but be prepared. I could be showing y'all some blooper reels and falling on my butt. That does happen for me more than I'd like to admit. But yeah, we're trying to avoid it if we can. And so far we've had no action whatsoever, no bites, no nothing. It is a rough day for fishing, just simply because we had so much rain over the last few days here. Yesterday in particular, we had a serious storm move through with all of the wind and tornado warnings, etc. So we're making the best of what we can do out here and see what happens. If we don't get any bites, we're going to go try the other side. There's another lake on the right side of us now. And, you know, I don't know what we'll catch. I really don't. But we're going to give it the old college try. That's for sure. And I've never used these particular baits out here. So honestly, with that being said, you never really know what's going to happen. But I do want to. I want to catch some fish today. I really do. I went fishing over the weekend to 2 different spots and only caught one little baby bass at each spot, and it was very, very disappointing. So I really need a redemption day, and hopefully that'll happen here. But we're about to find out. Being that it's summertime, it kind of gets, too warm, and that's why I thought today, of all days, it's very comfortable temperature-wise, and the overcast is keeping it kind of cool, a little bit humid, but not terrible. I moved here from Houston, so when I talk about humidity, trust me when I say I know humidity, because Houston is always humid. But up here, we only get it so often, probably summertime, maybe 2 months out of the year. It's a little bit humid in the St. Louis area. And people here complain about it like they know what humidity is, but I guarantee you they've never been down to Houston in the middle of summer. So okay, I wonder if my depth is a little bit too low in the water. It's possible that I need to lower down the bobber here. These fish are very finicky. I've caught them at several different depths, but I'm going to try, we'll call that 24 inches, roughly 2 feet, see if that works. Maybe a little more than that, I don't know. But we'll see how this goes. And I am bombing it across the pond to the other side pretty much, just to give it a chance for the bait to work all the way across the pond and see if this catches anything. Again, I have caught fish like this in the past with different baits. Trout magnet with a root beer float color on this lake has been just amazingly killer. So I was hoping that this color being similar to that would also do just as well. But at this point, I have not seen a bite, had a bite, or anything like that. So, and the water level is up quite a bit simply because of the rain that we've had. I usually am fishing well below where this weed line is, so that could also be an effect, a deterrent to these fish. I don't know, but we're gonna find out for sure. And it is a bit breezy out here, which is actually okay. I don't mind the breeze when the water's moving because it makes the water, the float bobber do what it's supposed to do and just act as a jigging motion for the bait underneath the water. Okay, well, at the moment, we're not seeing hide nor hair of anything. I'm going to give this probably 2 more casts, and I'm going to go to the right over here. And, oh, there's a big old pile of doggy poop. It's not stepping that, dude. All right, so let's cast this out this way. Oh, I did pick up some new baits this week too. I got a whole ton of different hair jigs, and I personally have never used marabou hair jigs. So I'm a little apprehensive and unsure, to be quite honest, but I can't wait to get those into the mix and see what they do. Um, I've been told that crappie really love the hair jigs, and I'm excited to try them and see what happens because I have heard good things, and I've seen a lot of videos using them, but I've never actually tried them out. So this is our last cast with this bait, and then we're going to move on to the Pautzke's bait and see what we can do with that. But I'm so honestly excited to try out the hair jigs and see if and how they work. I've never tried them, and it's one of those new things for me that I can't not try after watching a few videos. So I picked up some relatively inexpensive ones on Temu, and I've picked up a couple of pretty cheap ones from Walmart and Bass Pro. So I've got about probably a variety of, I don't know, 10 or 15 different types, and we'll see how they do. And I'm excited to give them a go and see if they do in fact catch fish or not. All right, so I am not catching anything on this. I'm going to call that round one. LarvaZ is not catching anything. And we're going to jump over to the Pautzke's and see how that does for us. I'm going to turn off the camera and get that bait set up here so that we can get that going. And I'll be back with y'all in just a few minutes. All right, guys, back online here. I have got this Pautzke's bait set up. It looks literally just like a trout magnet or a crappie magnet, but just different sizes and different material. So it is a mealworm color. I am starting out with a little bit more depth and got it down about 3.5 feet, just how we started with the other one. And I'm trying to keep it consistent. So we'll see if this works. If not, halfway through, we'll switch it to the lower depth and we'll see what happens. But at the moment, I am out in the water now, and we'll see if we can catch anything with it. Now, this color, mealworm, is very gold-like, metallic-y sort of look to it. But it doesn't have any like glitter or flake or any of that. It's just a solid like gold color. And hopefully we'll see if we can get some attention here and see which one's going to win the battle here today. And like I said, I went on Saturday because it was a nice weather day on Saturday. I went down there to a new park that I had never been to down on the southwest side. It was called Central Park of Chesterfield. And what a beautiful park it was. It was absolutely beautiful. The problem was I couldn't catch any fish. So I only caught one little bass, and that was on an underspin with a crappie magnet set up that I had just kind of pulled out of my bag because it looked like it might work. And that was the only fish I caught that day. But it was still an absolutely beautiful park, and the lake was absolutely beautiful. They were running some sort of like 5K type event out there, so it was very difficult to get to the front side of the park, but I ended up finding good parking and easy access to the back side of the lake, so that's where we ended up at. And I think had I been able to get out in like a kayak or something, I probably would have had much more success. But it was very, very, very different, and a very much. It was like a very large lake. It was like a 15 to 20 acre lake compared to this lake and the other lake, which is like maybe an acre or 2 acres. So definitely a different feel to to that sort of setup. And all I'm doing is literally casting it out and giving it some pops and just kind of reeling it in nice and slow. Give it, a little bit of action, like the little tails on the end of it move, and see if that gets any attention. Honestly, I don't know where the fish are today because, like I said, the rain and the storm kind of pushed everything around. So the water being where it's at is well above the drain line. I think the drain is over there actually flowing into the other pond, which also flows out into a creek. So right now, the overflow is still in action and doing its thing, but yeah, we're gonna still see if we can catch anything though, because I know there's fish in here. I know there's very large crappie and very large bluegill in here. There's also bass in here. I've caught all three of them in the same day. So that being said, hopefully we'll get something today, but so far it's not looking promising. And if you've watched any of my other videos, this park, you've seen the size of the crappie that we catch out here. And I do mean very large crappie. These are some of the biggest slab crappie I have caught in the state of Missouri since I've moved here. And that is no exaggeration. So definitely, hopefully they will find some today and see if we can get something to bite here during this challenge. That would be lovely. Okay, well, after this retrieval, I'm going to lower the bobber a bit, give it a little bit less depth on the bait, and see if that changes luck at all, because I don't know where the fish are in the water column, and maybe I am fishing too deep. I don't know. Crappie tend to feed upward, and usually less depth can be better in this type of pond. So we're going to try that, see if it makes a difference. All right, so we dropped it down. I would call that about 2 feet. And we'll see how this does for us. And I am literally just bombing it across the water at this point. That's what I've always done here for the last few times I've been here, and trying to see if that gets us any attention. Sorry, I keep looking down because I'm trying to make sure I am not stepping in this pile of dog poop over here. Last thing I want to do is clean my shoe off before I get back in the car. My partner just vacuumed the vehicle out the other day, so I really don't think he wants to clean up some dog poop. Okay, well, we are not getting any kind of love over here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this about 3 or 4 more casts just to make sure I'm being consistently even with both baits. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm trying to cheat or anything with my own bait challenge. But I'm probably going to move down a little bit over to our left and see if we can get any attention from that side and see if the fish maybe have moved down into that area a little bit. And if not, we'll keep moving our way around, see what we can find. Yeah, we're not getting any love up here at all. So I'm going to give this like 2 more casts and then we'll move. See if we can get down over into another spot that we had been at before that we've caught a good amount of fish at. See if they're over there this time instead of over here. Okay, there's a blade of grass here that keeps tickling my leg, and I'm thinking it's a bug crawling on me. I tell you, there's nothing like getting out after work and doing a little afternoon fishing, though. I will say that I do appreciate that I have that opportunity right now. All right, we're going to give this 1 more cast and then we'll move on down a bit. And the wind has picked up, so the water's moving pretty good. I'm just going to let this bounce for now, see what happens. Okay, well, we are not getting any action. So, with that being the case, I'm going to call this round 1 is done. We did not catch any fish on either bait, and we're going to move on down to another spot and see if there's any fish down over there that want to play. All right, so 0-0 at the moment. We'll be back shortly. Hi guys, we're back online, and I've grabbed the other pole with the Pautzke's Fire Ned rig on here, and we're going to see if this does any good. Apologize, this is a bit of a hill down here, so I've got you viewing from a little bit of a distant angle, so hopefully that's going to work out. We'll find out later in editing, right? But yeah, right now, let's see what we can catch. All right, let's go. Come on, Pautzke. is a little weird that we're not getting any bites, because I have come out here and even on the worst days I've caught fish. So very, very strange. And it is possible that, the weather has us all messed up, but we're going to give the old college try and see what we catch here with this. And then, like I said, if we don't get anything, we're going to take the bobbers off and try and throw them that way. See if maybe that style, where it's not floating and acting as a jig, but acting as a retrieval bait, see if that changes anything. Oh. Sorry guys, my back is killing me right there. Oh, we got a fish. A good fish too. Ah, nice little bass. All right. All right, here we go. We got a little bass. I'm excited now. Okay, so they like this Pautzke's. I'll tell you what, I caught a little bass at the other park on Pautzke, and he did the same thing to me. Can you make it back to the water or not? He's flopping around in here, so I got to dig him out. Dingleberry. There you are. What are you doing, man? Why you do that, huh? All right, so he's not bad at all. He's about 10 inches. We're just gonna let him go because he's covered in mud from down here. Thank you, buddy. Didn't want to hurt him. Oh, and the one time I was all bragging that I brought a towel and everything, I left the towel in the car. All right, well, that's okay. 1-0 Pautzke, official. And that was a decent little bass, so I am not mad at it. All right. And of course, I just watched these shorts, so of course. That's all right. We're going home after this anyway. We'll put them back in the laundry. So 1-0 Pautzke's, that's a good thing for the challenge at least. Got some rain, little drips coming in. Oh my goodness. Bugs have all of a sudden started attacking me here. That bite from him was not like strong. It was a very subtle bite. It was just like he just grabbed it and tried to. Oh, that's a much better bite right there. Oh, what do we got? Oh my goodness, this is big. Much bigger. What are we fighting here? Wow. That's a good fish, whatever it is. Must be a crappie. No. Oh, it is. Yes, a big crappie. Nice. Very nice. All right, let's get this guy up here. I'll bring him up and show you guys. Wow. All right, we're gonna bring him over because my goodness, that's a good sized crappie right here. Thank you, buddy. Hey, calm down, bud. Calm down. Calm down. You gotta calm down, man. You gotta calm down. Thank you. Calm down. There we go. Get you off of there. All right, so we're gonna show you this guy because look at the tail on him. Wow, he is huge. This is definitely a post-spawn crappie. Very much beautiful fish. Wow, look at that guy. Absolutely gorgeous. They're still all colored up, but he is post-spawn. And I'm going to get another picture on my other phone with him because I want to use him in our thumbnail. And wow, he is beautiful. What a beautiful fish. All right, we're going to put you back, buddy. We'll let you go. Chew nothing, though, on the Pautzkes now. And apparently, I was doing something over there that was not happening the same as over here. And they seem to really like this Pautzkes because it's only been, what, 3-4 casts and 2 fish already. So, okay. And it's working. All right, we're going to get it back out there, see if we can catch anything else. Yay, I'm excited now. I feel like that adrenaline rush is moving in. Okay. All right, guys, we are back online. I grabbed the pull with the LarvaZ and I took the bobber off of it. So I'm going to try and just see how far out we can throw this. I do have 4-pound test line, so it should go pretty well. Other places it's been okay. And then that's not horrible. We'll see how this does. We're going to let it sink down. And then we're just going to slowly reel it in and see if we get any attention this way with it. Maybe I'm using it wrong. However, I did catch catfish with it the other day at the other park. So using a bobber, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I'm kind of worried on the bottom of this that I'm going to snag something. So we'll see if that is the case or not. But okay, are we getting movement? How does this... Okay, so trying to whip it out there as hard as I can, and I'm getting out, but I'm not anywhere near where I was getting with the bobber on it, so it may not be very effective. We're going to find out here. Yeah, I'm not really liking the action from this bait at all without the bobber. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. Yeah, I really don't think this is the answer. I think I'm going to put the bobber back on, keep the competition the way it was going, and give this an attempt that way. I just don't feel like every time I whip it out there, the tail just gets stuck on the hook and it becomes a waste of time because it's not getting any action whatsoever. So we're going to put the bobber back on, which I thankfully kept in my pocket. Dang it, really? Why are you being so difficult? Okay, so we got the bobber back on. We got about the same distance we had before. I would say 2.5, 3 feet. About 3 feet this time. Let's see if that changes anything for it. Oh yeah, we can get way farther out now. So let's see if these guys want to play with this. Again, we are 2-0 Pautzke right now. And I think I'm going to call this the last round of this challenge. So if we don't catch anything with this Z-Man, we will try a bonus bait and see if we get anything on the root beer float trout magnet before we leave. I'm really, honestly, again, I'm oh, dang it, that took it down. It had to be a good bluegill or something. Man, I'm honestly surprised that we're not getting more action on this. It took it down pretty good on that one, though. But it's getting good tail action. The problem is that it gets wrapped around the hook so easily. Well, darn it, I really want a battle here. I really want it to force us to have to use another round. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, we got a good one here. Okay. Fish on, baby, fish on. All right, this is a good one. It's taking it down, too. What do we got? Oh, that's a hard fight. Oh, come on, buddy. Where you going? Where you going? That's a good bluegill. Wow, look at the size of that bluegill. All right. Wow, that's a good bluegill, guys. Okay, so we have a 3-species day, and this is a bluegill that is absolutely massive. And we're going to get it off the hook, and I'll come show you guys. All right, there we go. Let's put that down. All right, so this is what we caught. It is absolutely beautiful bluegill. Huge, not the biggest I've caught out here for sure, but absolutely beautiful. Nice and dark. You can tell how the water staining definitely affects the color of the fish. Absolutely beautiful bluegill. Again, I think these are all post-spawn fish, so he's very colored up because of that. So, but absolutely beautiful, buddy. Thank you for playing, man. Whew, that was a nice one too. All right, guys, I talked crap about it. Now it's working. 2-1. 2-1. Z-Man is trying to make a comeback at the last round here. So we'll see what happens. I'm really having fun with these competitions. I hope you guys enjoy these videos because, man, I'll tell you what, it takes a lot of fishing effort, even more fishing effort than the editing effort. But it definitely, I put a lot of work into these videos, so I really hope you guys do enjoy them. And would definitely love to hear your feedback. If there's something else you think I should do with these challenges, some other way you would score the challenges, I'm all ears. I really would like to know. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. I've kind of been making the rules up as I go, just because I've never done any kind of series like this before. And honestly, you look at my YouTube channel. I'm pretty new. I've only been doing this a few months with YouTube. I've fished all my life, but trying to make it interesting for other people to watch me fish has definitely been challenging for sure. But I'm hoping that this bait challenge series will be entertaining for you guys, and I really am liking the way it's going with the challenger move, or the winning bait moving on to the next round against something else. I've been finding this kind of fun because I've been out shopping and looking for different baits and stuff, and I have a whole crap ton in my office already, but I've also been looking for other baits that I'm like, ooh, that could be a challenger, ooh, that could be a challenger, and it's keeping me interested in trying to summertime fish without losing interest, because it gets so warm that it makes it difficult to fish sometimes. So I really do hope you guys are enjoying them as much as I am. And right now we're looking at 2-1. 2-1. So hopefully we can tie this challenge up and force me to do a round with the other bait again and see if we catch anything more. All right, still good. Tail's dangling. All right. That was a good fighting bluegill, I'll tell you what, man. It was one of the best fights of the day. It was right up there with that big crappie. Okay, well, we're going to throw this out a few more times. See if we get anything else to play with us. And it would help if the tail would stay off the darn hook. I tell you what, that is frustrating as all get out, because you're not getting the true action of the bait if the tail keeps wrapping around the darn hook. And there's no way to fix it, unfortunately. Okay, let's go over there. Squat down here and give my back a little relief. There we go. See if that gives me any better, different action since I'm lower to the water. Not really. Hey, I'm trying anything at this point, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and go just all the way back to our left over here and see if there's anything playing in this corner back here before I give up on this bait. I really, really wanted this bait to do well, to be honest with y'all. I've seen a lot of videos using the Zman, and I thought, oh, that's going to be awesome. And the fish that I thought it was going to catch was mostly bluegill, but I ended up catching catfish on it at Wilmore Park, and was thoroughly surprised that that was the case, even though I think it was just simply because there's an abundance of them in it right now. In that pond, they had just stocked a whole bunch of catfish, so I think that's why it caught catfish. It wasn't necessarily the bait was designed for that. It was just that's what was available, and they were hungry. So, but that being said, the target species I thought would have been bluegill, and I did catch a nice bluegill on it today. I also thought crappie, and that's why I came back out here, because I know this particular lake has both crappie, bluegill, and bass. I have not seen a catfish out here yet, but it does say online that they have them, so it's possible. Okay, we're going to yank it up and over. There we go. Sorry, I don't like doing that, but I got to avoid the snag. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. All right, we're going to go a few more tosses here. Try and give it the real chance of coming back. Go that way with it. Oh, shoot. Dang. Okay, well, that was a good. Missed it, but it was good. That time I didn't. Oh, missed it again. Dang it. Okay, well, let's pull the bait in and throw it back out there, because I think it's probably been stripped down the bottom of the hook, and I was right. Okay. The durability factor of both of these baits is really not in question at all. Honestly, the ElasTech material with these definitely works to keep the bait very durable bait. And the funny thing was, at Wilmore Park, I had those two catfish that I had caught on this bait. I'm going to bring it back in for a minute. I feel like there's an issue. No, there's not an issue with the bait, but I keep catching all these darn white fluffs, and it's driving me nuts. Because it gets all wrapped around the hole at the top, and then I have to figure out what to do with it. And it is really annoying. Okay, well, we're better than we were there, so. Okay, let's give this another go. Still 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. So we're still trying to fight. See if we can get anything else here. All right, let's see what that does for us. Apologize for the noise, guys. We are pretty close to the freeway, and some of these people just like to make noise with their cars. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. There we go. That's farther out. Perfect. I'm trying to give this an extra little bit of time to give it the opportunity to tie itself. Because, 2-1 is fun, but 2-2 and we have to do another round would be even more fun. Okay, well, we're not getting anywhere. We're going to give it 2 more casts, and if we don't catch a fish on those 2, then we're going to call the challenge complete, and Pautzke will be the winner. But I want to get this cottony stuff off of here before I do that, because it's just getting annoying. And I've got so much wrapped around the top of the pole right there that I have to remove, so there we go with that. Let's get this one out of here. It's annoying because when you're trying to cast, it just gets stuck. And then it causes friction, so you don't get to throw the bait out as far as you should. Okay. Let's push this bait up on here a bit more. Alright, we're still working, we're still going, and we already got tangled up around there. Alright. Ugh, I swear, dude. Today is just not the day. What in the world am I trying to do? Come on, man. Goodness gracious. Oh, I think we tied it up, guys. We did. All right, we got another bluegill. I'm sure of it. We've tied it up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a fighter, too. Wow. Oh, it's a bass. Wow. I am shocked at that. From the middle of the pond. Wow. A good sized bass, too. Bringing them up here because if I try to take them off down there, man, they go a little crazy. That's a good sized bass. He's a little skinny, but not bad at all. There we go. All right. A little bit skinny, but really nothing to be mad at for a little pond. I mean, shoot, he's not bad at all, really. Just trying to give him a good view there. I mean, he's probably a good 11, 12-inch bass. Little, like I said, on the skinny side, but that's okay. I'm going to take a little picture with him here. All right. Gonna let this guy go. We've tied the game 2-2. 2-2. There you go, buddy. Fly on back in there. Pew, gone. All right, 2-2. And we have now caught still 3 different species. That's it's pretty awesome, really. Crappie, bluegill, and bass. And that was a very good sized bass for out here. I have not caught much larger than that in this pond, so I'm pretty sure that's a good size. I'm going to give this a couple more rounds, a couple more goes before I switch to the Pautzke and see if this wants to take the lead or not. I'm honestly shocked that we caught that bass right where we caught it because I'm out in the middle of the pond. Usually they're more along the side of the pond, at least at this one. Oh, goodness, that was a good one. Good bite. That was awesome. That was a good little fight. Everything was right there. I am glad I put the bobber back on because that seems to be what allowed us to catch these fish. Tie it up 2-2. See if we can get a third one and make it a really interesting battle. All right, come on. You're only going to get one more cast if you want to tie this up. I mean, if you want to take the lead. Yes, I talked to my bait. I talked to my pole. You guys probably think I'm crazy by now, but that's all right. I don't mind. As long as you find it entertaining, that's all I'm worried about. All right, last cast for this guy right now. We are at 2. Oh crap! Right off the entry, really. I don't know if that was a bite or just the way it was coming down. And both of these baits really did catch some impressive fish, so I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, you know, the crappie was very large. That bass was pretty long. It wasn't very thick and was pretty skinny, but that's okay. Oh, bug, leave me alone, man. Goodness. So the Z-Man definitely tried to come back. It's 2-2, which is going to force us to do the next round because this is the final cast for this bait, and we'll have to use the. Oh, I guess I did get a good bite. Look, you know what? Since we did get a bite on it, let's give it one more cast. It wouldn't have pulled down like that if it wasn't a bite. So we'll say, okay, let's give it one more just for good measure. All right, right back over in that area where we got the bite. Let's see if it does any good. But it really did try to make a comeback here, which I'm really happy to see that, you know, we're fighting through. 2-2 is better than 0-0 for sure. The Pautzke does have the tiebreaker right now with the half point for a lost fish, but we were able to identify the species. I've kind of added some rules in there that's how the tiebreaker is going to be made. But I'm happy to see that we at least were able to catch some fish and kind of tie the game up here as far as main score goes. Right now, if I was to call it, yes, the Pautzke would win based on the tiebreaker, but we'll see what happens. The wind picked up a little bit here and is blowing some clouds in, so hopefully we don't get rained out. Okay, well, this one slid back down again too, so I wonder if I had a bite and just didn't see it, or if it tried to grab the tail, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to move on. Next, we're going to pull that Pautzke back out one more time, and we'll see how it does. Really? You're just not going to be kind, are you? Okay, I'll be right back with y'all. All right, one last cast with this, and then we're moving on. We're going to call the battle a tie at 2-2, but this Pautzke's really has the tiebreaker because of the half point fish lost. So that is the tiebreaker. I was really hoping I would be able to run through this round and get it to a solid win, but does not appear to be the case. Which is crazy, and we've had a couple of bites, but it didn't take it. Oh, and speaking of the devil, here we go. Oh, it's a good fish, too. It's a good one. Oh, I don't even know what it is. Looks like a good crappie, maybe? Oh, it's a fighter, whatever it is. There we go. Good crappie. Yes, sir. Good crappie. All right. This is wonderful. Nice crappie. Heavy crappie. My goodness, heavy crappie. Whew. Wow. Okay, well, that solidly puts this in the championship spot. No doubt in my mind. And we got a hold of the fish, and it was barely hooked, but that's okay. So look at that beautiful crappie, guys. Wow. What a beautiful slab. This is actually one of the most beautiful ones I've seen out here. I just cannot even imagine. Look at the size of that. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to get this guy with a picture because why not? That's beautiful. You can't pass up a beautiful crappie like that. Wow. Man. All right, let's get you like this. Wow. Beautiful fish. Beautiful. All right, well, that seals the deal, guys. 3-2 Pautzke. Don't even need the tiebreaker. There you go, bud. Back in the water. Phew, gone. And Yeah, I'm excited about that. Wow. In fact, I'm going to give this one more cast just because of that. So let me see what happens. Shoot. I mean, this is pretty much like a fat, squishy trout magnet body. It's pretty much the same thing. But 3-2, Pautzke is the winner. I just want to see if we can catch anything else on it. But man, that makes a great day for me. I'm ecstatic. I cannot even tell you how happy that makes me. 3-2, solidified the win with a solid fish. That's 2 big crappie, a nice bass for that one, and even on the other one, we did catch a nice bass, and we caught a nice bluegill. So makes for a great day of fishing when you can hit multiple species. Really happy about that. But yeah, I am not mad at this at all. Okay, so we're going to call Pautzke the winner, and that was our bonus cast on that. But I want to do a bonus bait round, and I want to put the trout magnet in action and see if that still holds up against all of these. And we'll get that set up and come back and test it out. All right, guys, we moved on down a bit, and we're still doing this little bonus bait time on our way back to the vehicle, and using the trout magnet with the root beer float color. And I'm basically at the end of the pond, or I guess you call it the beginning of the pond, depending on which direction you're coming. So we'll see if anything is playing down here or not, and we'll give it a go. Gotta be honest, my confidence is not high anymore with this trout magnet. I was talking it up so good, you know, it's what works out here, it's the best bait you can use, and blah blah blah. But yeah, we're not catching nothing on it now, and that's okay. It's you know, I'm still happy that the challenge worked out the way it did, but man, the irony of talking all good about it, now it's not working at all. Oh, there's about 1,000,000 bugs on top of the water right here too. Oh, of course you're not going to catch anything if you got that hanging from your hook. Come on, man. That's gross. Ugh, again with the sludge. Come on, Dan. What are you doing? I want to go all the way across, but I don't want to hit the other sludgy side because it's driving me nuts. Okay, we got to get that sludge off. Okay, now can we do this without throwing it to the complete other side and catching the sledge? There we go, right on the edge over there. Oh, we got a good fish. Yeah, that's a good fish. I knew it was going to catch us one sooner or later. Stay out of the tree. Stay out of the tree. Come on. Stay out of the tree. Come on. Come on. I think it's a bluegill, maybe. I don't know. It's a fighter. Yes, that's a big bluegill. My goodness. Whew, a beautiful red breast bluegill. Look at that beautiful fish. My goodness, guys. That's what I've been trying to catch all day. Wow, that is huge. Beautiful fish. Wow, what a fish. All right, I'm going to set my pole down so I can show this one off. My gosh, you're perfect. Look at you. Wow, that is beautiful. I don't catch many more beautiful than that. Look at the red breast on that. Absolutely beautiful fish. All right, that is gorgeous. How you doing? Beautiful fish. Thanks. All right, so that makes me feel better, knowing that that was an immediate smack as soon as it hit the water. It tells me that they're definitely in here still. It was just a matter of finding where. And we're going to go right back in there and see if there's any more over there. Man, that was awesome. So bonus time finally paid off. Nice bluegill, beautiful bluegill with the trout magnet. And, you know, that's kind of what I was expecting, was to catch some more bluegill and maybe some crappie. But, you know, it's been a tough day for this particular side over here. We just did not catch enough. We ended up moving to the other lake so that we could try and get more over there. Darn bug. Okay. Oh, my sunglasses just went to the bottom of the lake. All right, well, we needed some new ones anyway. I guess we'll order those later. I forgot about them being on top of my head and went to swat a bug, and goodbye sunglasses. Shoot. That makes me very sad. Very, very sad. Oh, now we're going to lose our bait too because I'm stupid. Yep, okay. Guess it's time to go home. Huh. We got our bobber back. I don't know about the bait, but we got our bobber back. And looks like we might have got our hook back too. Maybe. If we can get it out of this plant. Yep. Alright, there we go. Get off. Dang. Okay, fine. You want to play? We'll just rip you apart. Stupid plant. Alright, well, we caught another fish, and now we're struggling. We're lose our sunglasses because of it. And now we're trying to lose our stuff too. So I think think it's time to call it good and go on home. Because I am on the struggle bus now for some reason. But we got everything back. We're not going to let it get us down. I'm going to go a couple more casts and see if we can get one more fish. No, we're not, because we just threw it into the damn tree. And apparently that's the way it's going to end, because there goes the bobber and I broke off. So, all right, we're done, guys. Blooper, blooper, blooper. Doesn't get it all done. Yep. All right, we're just going to reel this in. I need to change the line on this reel anyway. So, thank you for watching. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. We had a wonderful bait challenge, 3-2 Pautzke's win. So thank you for that. That was an awesome day of fishing. If you watched the last little bit of bonus time here, I am sorry because it sucked. We did catch one fish, one bluegill, and it was a nice bluegill. I'm not going to complain. But in the meantime, we lost our sunglasses because they were on top of my hat, and I tried to spot a bug, and I'm stupid, apparently. Yeah, that was quite fun. Then I threw my bait into a tree, and I can't end this without a blooper reel, apparently. That's just the way it goes. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching my videos. Truly, truly appreciate that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Would really, really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me at this point. But, you know, hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and have a great day.